That's the match.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to day 4 in beautiful Tamworth. We're here for the Police Bank Cup. Today, of course, is semi-final day in men's. A big afternoon of rugby league coming your way. Peter Jolly with you in the commentary box. We're just standing by now for Eastern Suburbs and Country South Steelers. Here come Eastern Suburbs. Oh, listen to the crowd. Big crowd in here at Scully Park here in Tamworth. A few thousand. As Eastern Suburbs come out onto the field, they'll be running right to left in the first half of rugby league. At 3 o'clock today, the MacArthur Bulls will go around against Manly, and then we'll finish the afternoon off with the women's at 4 o'clock, Eastern Suburbs and Country South, and at 4:45, Bankstown and MacArthur. Beautiful afternoon here in Tamworth on the Police Bank Cup weather wall, 26 degrees, and a big welcome out onto the field now. A deafening roar goes around the ground. Here come the Country South Steelers, the boys from the Wollongong area. What a moment for them to be here on semi-final day in front of this massive crowd. Just waiting now for the referee, and we're all ready to rock and roll. We're playing for the Dean Smith Shield. The winner goes to the grand final. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this plethora of police rugby league here this afternoon in Tamworth. And there's the first hit up. And over the top there is Eastern Suburbs' Nathan Clark, ex-New South Wales Police, played big-time rugby league. In the tackle there, that was Ashford. So good go forward here in the opening exchanges. Look out for Rebel Price with jersey 7 on his back this afternoon. A member of the South City Bulls side. Always pivotal in at 7. That's the 30-metre line in shot. Look for the clearing kick now. Nice kick downtown. Fielded at the back here by Issa. And Zachary going across field, looking to straighten the play up before he's met and cleaned up there just short of the halfway line. First penalty. We've only had 40 seconds, but the first penalty to Eastern Suburbs right on the halfway line. So an invitation to go well on the attack inside the Steelers' end of the field. 20 metres off the boot. So the tap's taken there by Murray. So a fresh set of 6 coming up here. This is Alex Marr drifting across field. Contained over there by Sharrick. They work the right-hand side of the park. Offloading at will. Farkas looks for him today. Like this man in Johnston. Domkins now down the eastern side of the field. So So the Steelers are back on their own goal line here as Eastern Suburbs looking for first point in the match. This is Ma. Deep back line to the left. If they execute their play that way, they go away from the commentary side. This is Ashcroft putting it onto the boot. The ball's gone into the in-goal area, but it's gone over that touchline in goal. So we'll come back out to the 20-metre line for a tap restart to the Steelers. Of course, the defending premiers, Eastern Suburbs, no doubt they'll be the benchmark again in 2022. Coached by multiple premiership winning coach in Marty Hyde. They even look a lot stronger, don't they? This year, will they go to the grand final, which will be live and exclusive right here on the New South Wales Police Rugby League website via Facebook this time tomorrow. But a big day of football here inside the 40. There goes the kick. This is Tom Murray. He looks up at the wall and he takes the tackle there of Scott Bowley, member from the Berry Magpies on the south coast of New South Wales. So a good grind unfolding here at Scully Park. Second penalty. A little bit of niggle here on semi-final day. There's Tommy Murray just going across to his counterpart there in the big number 9 out here, and that is Reece Fagaland. So a little bit of friendly rivalry here in Tamworth. So there's Clark setting it up. There's Fagaland, who gave off a little bit of cheek there, a little bit of spice. Don't you love what rugby league can dish up? Here's Ma, taken down inside 30. So we speak about the pendulum in the game of rugby league. Is it swinging back to Eastern Suburbs here? A little bit of razzle-dazzle. Clark wants it. Clark's got it. Here's Murray down the touchline. Clark following through. And that's nice play. Didn't quite go the way Eastern Suburbs wanted it. As the Steelers now counter-attack off their own 20-metre line through Peter Surik. First penalty to the Steelers. Brings a rapturous applause from the fans that have travelled up from the south coast. Good kick for touch here. They've found the line 40 metres away from their own goal line. Country South Steelers. They've built nicely under the coaching of Nathan Simpson. Very solid forward pack led by Australian Police representative front rower in Braden Shorrock. This is what the Rugby League New South Wales Police Carnival's all about. The big hits, the big tackles. Don't you love rugby league in this part of the world? This is Corrin. They call him Mr. Private School. He's been everywhere. Takes play down to the 40-metre line. Here's Fagaland switching it across. Back away to Gart's side. So from one end of the field to the other here at Scully Park, how many times in rugby league you can be defending and all of a sudden you get a bit of a sniff and you can pretty much produce a bit of razzle and a bit of dazzle off the boot this time now. Up into the air, high kick, fallen, touched, 6 more tackles. You can hear the crowd going up as one here, just outside the 30-metre line. So tackle count restarted. So the Steelers, just a bit of time off here. We've got one player pretty much flat on his back, not getting up whatsoever. Well, that just tells you that there's a lot of feeling early on here on day 4 here in the Police Bank Cup. If you just clicked onto our coverage, we're coming out of Scully Park here in Tamworth on the Police Bank Cup weather wall. The breeze coming out of the south at about 15 knots, so that'll be helping the Eastern Suburbs in the first half of football. They'll have a bit of a gale behind them. So we're going to see where they'll play the ball, and that's exactly on the 10-metre line here. Big numbers spread to the right-hand side. We've got Scott Bowley right out here on the right edge in jersey number 11. No doubt he'll be looking to come into this at every opportunity, but you can hear the applause as Eastern Suburbs get back onto the defence. So first points on offer here. Day 4 here in the Police Bank Cup. Comes back away to Tui. He bumps off one. He's brought down at just about 2 metres away from the Eastern Suburbs line. Looking for first points here on day 4. Are they about to get it? They were looking there for Scotty Bowley. He had the right idea, Scott, but he got that not so good pass. So we'll see a changeover here to Eastern Suburbs, and they'll get the football here right on their own 10-metre line. So 5 minutes gone in this one. Still 0-0 on the Police Bank Cup scoreboard. Haven't we seen fantastic rugby league right from the get-go? Over 4 days of the championships. Grand final tomorrow inside the 10. The Steelers. As Eastern Suburbs, the defending premiers, will look to put this into touch. Off the boot here of David Farkas. The breeze behind him does exactly that. Good kick for touch, just short of the halfway line here. So still 0-0 on the Police Bank Cup scoreboard. Will that stay that way for much longer? This is Alex Marr taken into the ground there by Bowley. Second tackle gone. They're looking for overall to the right. Big Lewis. Will it come to him now? Yes, it does. Here he comes. Trying to barge his way through the middle. Brought down 20 metres out. Options left, options right. They work the right-hand side. Farkas offloads it. They're up quickly. Buttrow steps. Still going. Swung into the ground. About 15 metres away from the Steelers line. What a day for rugby league semi-final football. Now the referee's not happy here. Just telling Eastern Suburbs to go back away and play the footy. That's exactly what they do. Here's Farks, offloads it. Here's overall again. He's being dumped. Welcome to Tamworth. This is the last tackle. Look for the kick into the end goal area. There it goes. Here comes the Chasers. Oh, they made a fool of it, the Steelers. They couldn't ground the football. First try to Eastern Suburbs. 8 minutes gone. They lead by 4 points to 0. Well, there you go. Beautiful kick there by David Farkas. Chasing the footy. They couldn't ground it, the Steelers. And over they go. Jackson Clark has put his name up in lights for the first time here on semi-final day. The 7, miraculous, and Clark finishing it off over there on the right edge. The number 11, Jackson Clark. Of course, New South Wales back rower. He was a former Q Cup rep, Jackson Clark. Always a handful, usually plays in the back row, but this time finding himself out there on the right edge. And look out for his combination this year with Hayden Ashcroft, who previously was the captain and the coach of the Wagga Kangaroos, if memory serves me right. Here's the kick from 10 to the right of the post. He's got it. When you're on, you're on. It's 6 points to 0 on the New South Wales Police Bank Cup scoreboard, and we've had 8 minutes of the match. But yeah, there's stars all around for Eastern Suburbs. Pretty much the halves, well, they pretty much remain the same with Penrith's under-20s and New South Wales police reps David Farkas back after winning the player of the tournament last year. And they're looking to be joined by the super talented New South Wales rep player in Reece Chappell. Look out for him today as we approach the 10th minute of the first half of footy. Don't forget, folks, at 3 o'clock, the Macarthur Bulls will go around against Manly. Winners of both clashes will go through to the grand final tomorrow afternoon. Here's Domkins now, just short of the halfway line. Now, that ball, did it pop out? No, I don't think it is. It was... Yeah, there you go. They're asking the question, Eastern Suburbs. They're saying it was stripped, but the referee says, I don't think so. It was just falling out of the possession. Good hit up, even a bigger tackle. So we see now Jake Toohey from the Shell Harbour Sharks, with jersey number 22 on his back, about to put the ball into the scrum. Guard side, finding himself in it, locked forward, dishing the ball away. Now they come up the commentary side now through Regan Welsh. So we just have a look at the Police Bank Cup metre gain wall. The Steelers have had themselves down in the side of the field 60% of the time, but they would like to come away with points on this occasion. No question about that. Back to Toohey. Sharrock, he's got the ball. They call him the human bulldozer. Plays the ball back now. Here's Reece Fagaland. They're up quickly. They need to be. Ball's on the ground. They've spilled the lollies. And Eastern Suburbs come away with it. Coming away from the southern end. Here in the first half of rugby league. On a glorious day for rugby league here in Tamworth. Still hovering around 23, 24 degrees. Bit of a southerly, keeping the playing conditions not too bad. It was a belter of a day here yesterday, up around 30 degrees as we see now Eastern Suburbs. Support on the left-hand side. Shut the gate. There's a try. Hayden Ashcroft. Ashcroft. Great support. Beautiful work. Right underneath the black dot. Another 4 points to the defending premiers. They are in red-hot form so far after the first 10 minutes of the clash. Well, they don't come much easier in the game of rugby league than right in front of the post. So we've had one extreme to the other, haven't we, in the opening 10 minutes? Kicks from right on the touchline and now right in front. As the Eastern Suburbs side just go back to the halfway line, sucking in the water from the trainers. They've brought their cheer squads, that's for sure, from the Eastern Suburbs. There's Tom Murray. Should be able to throw this one right over from close range. Right boot striker of the ball. It's a ripper. Straight over the black dot here. So the scoreboard is getting a working out early on as Eastern Suburbs take us to the lead by 12 points to 0. And we've had 13 minutes of the first half of footy. Don't forget, coming up next, Macarthur Bulls will take on Manly. Now this ball's got a little bit of hanging time underneath it. That allowed Peter Mortimer to come through and take the tackle. Good, solid run here by Tompkins. Allows the quick go forward. Here's Johnston causing havoc. Back to Tompkins, in and away, passing the 30. But this time James Dine takes the tackle. Spinning it back now. Marcus Ashcroft beats one. Tries to break free of the third tackle, but he couldn't there of Regan Welsh. So here's Chappell taking matters into his own hands. He's got a good offload in him, demonstrated there. Ball's out the back, picked up by Clark. He's been told to go straight up the middle, and Fagaland brings him down on the last. So what is their last play option? Looking for their third play. Third try too. Here's the kick. This might have too much weight. It does. Taking it over the dead ball line on that occasion. So back out to the 20. And the Steelers, well, they've got a reprieve. Look a little bit flat here, the Steelers. They've had a mountainous effort of defence, haven't they, in the first 14 minutes of this clash up here at Tamworth. Was there a tiny knock on there by Fagaland? Referee didn't see it. Here he is again, dishing it up from first receiver. That's the halfway line, coming in the shot shortly. Just a couple of metres short of the halfway line. Now that ball's just gone straight through the bread basket. And the human bulldozer's got it. We know who that is. That's Overall. Look out for him. He'll be looking to pick up a meat pie or two this afternoon with his crashing runs from the get-go. There's Johnson looking around. He'll go away from the left. Juggle did well there. Exceptional play by Gorgonson. There's Johnson. Back to Ashcroft. What about this opening performance? He's going to pick up a try. Oh, too simple. Ashcroft, he just makes it so simple. He just strolled over. Easy in the end. Just waltzed his way over for the fourth try. And it's 16 points to nil on the Police Bank Cup scoreboard. Well, Hayden Ashcroft, the lock forward. Damaging player. And over he goes, untouched. Just went straight through. Probably won't score an easier try in the Police Bank Cup. He said, see you later. Who's going to come after me? Well, there was actually nobody within 20 metres of Hayden Ashcroft. And the big fella puts his name up in lights for the first time this afternoon here in Tamworth. And just a great buzz, isn't it, around the ground and around the entire city at the moment. We've got the Tamworth Country and Music Festival coming back to town in a few weeks' time. The streets have been abuzz. You couldn't get a accommodation within 100 kilometres of Tamworth last night. Here's the kick from the touchline. It's hit the post and bounces back into the field of play. Yeah, just with the accommodation situation, absolutely incredible. With a festival like this, you've pretty much got to now book 3 to 4 months ahead. Otherwise, you're halfway to Armidale. So the cash flurry that comes from the Police Bank Cup here in Tamworth, setting the entire Peel Street precinct alight, is just a great cash injection into the local economy. And the players up here, they take their rugby league seriously, but they also enjoy what this part of the world can deliver. And in turn, the fans that have come here today, they are enjoying what the Police Rugby League are giving them for their admission. That's where we are, right on the 40-metre line. There's Chappell giving it back to Ma. Takes the tackle just short of the halfway line. Here's Ashcroft. the last try scorer now. That's pretty much it. There you go. So the whistle goes in the background. Well, how fast was that opening stanza? After 20 minutes, Eastern Suburbs leading by 16 points to 0 over the Steelers. We really hope you've enjoyed that. It's been a ferocious start to day 4 of the championships. And we'll be on air right throughout the afternoon until about 5:30, bringing you all the day's play here in day 4. As I mentioned, we've got the Bulls about to go around against Manly. That game coming your way at 3 o'clock today. And then we'll get into round 5 action in the women's. Eastern Suburbs will host the Country South Steelers, and then Bankstown will take us home against Macarthur. So it's all happening right here at Scully Park. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Police Bank Cup, day 4 of the championships, on a beautiful afternoon for rugby league here in Tamworth. If you've just clicked onto the live stream for the first time this afternoon, it is Eastern Suburbs leading by 16 points to 0 over the Country South Steelers. And Eastern Suburbs, the team in blue, with the first use of the football here in the second half. Coming off their line quickly, the Steelers on that occasion. There's Reece Fagalan. He knows he's got to get up into the face of Eastern Suburbs to stop their onslaught. 4 tries in the first half to Eastern Suburbs. As they come to the halfway line in the first set, here's Clark. Taken down there, just short of halfway. A feature in the first half from Eastern Suburbs has no doubt been their kicking ability. Did well there, Peter Stepasuik. Taken well into his breadbasket. First penalty of the second half. Here to the Steelers. Inside the 10 from the kick. Now Reece Fagalan is just wondering which way he's going to kick this into touch. He offloaded it there to Jake Toohey from the Shell Harbour Sharks. Good kick for touch. Good 20 metres off the boot as our pitchers take you across to the 40-metre line. Eastern Suburbs end of the field. There's Reece Chappell over the top. They want the ball to go to Price. He wanted it, but it didn't quite go to him on that occasion. It went to Scott Bowley. Scott is from the Berry Magpies. Good start to the second half here from the Steelers. Here's Price. Good one-on-one tackle there on Corrin. Very elusive. Dane Corrin playing it back. This time it's with Jenkins. So last tackle here. Up it goes. The High Raiders in Tamworth. But Eastern Suburbs go up and take the footy, and they're back out towards the 20-metre line. Well, he was trying to fool everybody. Oh, it's a comedy show here. Nathan Clark. How funny was that? He was trying to tell everybody that he ended up taking the football in the field of play and just casual as you like, trying to attract defenders over the top, trying to outsmart the referee on that occasion. Here's Ashcroft. Met there by Sharrock. There's Chappell. Good distributor. Love to turn that pass away at every opportunity off the hip. Look for that all day long. There goes the kick. They're chasing. Rogers is coming through. The ball's going in towards the 10-metre zone. And there's Lachlan Rogers. So the Steelers are short on numbers back on their own goal line here. Welcome to Tamworth. Chalker was lined up and met one-on-one, but a penalty forthcoming here to the Steelers. Just going a little bit too high. There's the ball goes into touch. So the Steelers here, they look a little bit flat coming off their own goal line. They look a little bit bunched up. The aggression from Eastern Suburbs. There's Rogers, a little bit too much for the referee's liking. Here it is, it's on. Well, you could see this brewing. The natives. They're a little bit restless here. A few slaps going around. A lot of tension. Now the touch judges. They're both coming in here to tell the referee their own versions of what unfolded. Still a little bit of niggle out there from from Sean Jenkins in jersey number 80 for the Steelers. Well, there's a lot on the line. There's a spot up for grabs in the grand final. And Eastern Suburbs, well, they're up by 16 points to 0. Steelers are no doubt just looking to ruffle the feathers a little bit. They're down to 12. They're down to 12. There's James Gartside from the Kiama Knights has been marched to 10. Will there be another one about to follow him? Charlie Buttrose is probably going to be put to the sin bin as well. There's another one. Oh, the tension. Incredible. 12 on 12 here in the Police Bet Cup semi-finals. So Gartside has been put to the sin bin for 10 minutes for the Steelers. So 12 on 12. And Charlie Buttrose, who played in the under-20s at Manly, he's been also marched off for 10 minutes. The crowd getting behind them, and the players revving up their motors with every hit up. There's Ashcroft over the top, along there with Overall. 16 points to 0. Sharrock tucks it under his arm. Down inside the 30. Couple more left up their sleeve here for the Steelers. Here's the short play. Corrin goes himself. Clark lines him up and thumps him into the ground. Nguyen now high into the air. This ball goes down. Penalty, not back to 10. The Steelers. So Eastern Suburbs, a reprieve here right on their own 10-metre line. Just waiting for the footy. Good sportsmanship there by Reece Fagaland. Just throwing a big 30-metre spiral pass there to Zach Issa. Otherwise, we would have been waiting a little bit for a footy. So David Farkas will shoot this into touch. He's got an almighty thump on the right boot of him. And his general kicks in play have been up there with the best of the entire championships. So just short of the 40-metre line. Here's Ma. Straight there into Fagaland. I'd like to know how many tackles Fagaland has had in the opening 25 minutes of this one as we enter the second half of footy. There's Ashcroft now crawling his way Tompkins. So that's the 30-metre line. Now we've got a prop busted here. Sharrock it is. The busted prop. He's not in good shape. Not many props are, but this one, oh, he's busted him. Oh, let's just hope he's okay. Looks like the left shoulder. There are Braden Sharrock. Got the trainers going over there to make sure everything is okay. Of course, Braden Sharrock knows what big-time rugby league is all about. Of course, he was a part of the Wynnum Manly Seagulls for many years. He then went down to play for the Wagga Wagga Brothers, also the Wagga Kangaroos in the Group 9. He's played country, New South Wales, and he's also played representative police football. Getting back into the line of defence. Good to see. So here's Jackson Clark on the last. Will they go high to the air? That's exactly what they do. This is allowing their chasers to come through. But the Steelers go higher and come away with it through Scott Bowley. Taken down 20 metres out from his own goal line. So this game humming along quite nicely here in Tamworth. This is Peter Mortimer. Jersey number 79 on his back. In 99, this is James Dine. on our schedule, playing fullback today. Eastern Suburbs pounce with the football. Johnston offloads it. Back to Farkas. Try number 5. Try number 5 to the dynamic number 7. When you're on, you're on. Incredible rugby league. Well, it all broke down with that ball on the ground. And then all of a sudden, Eastern Suburbs, David Farkas couldn't have picked up an easier one if his life was dependent on it. And the number 7 goes all the way to score the 5th try for Eastern Suburbs. 20-0. 10 minutes left in this game of footy. Well, if you get a replay of that later on, make sure you go back to about the 40th minute on the stream. Haven't we seen everything here today? The big hits, the tries, the athleticism, the professionalism. It has had absolutely everything. David Farkas played a little bit of the footy with the Penrith brothers. He comes from the Eastern Beaches PAC. He's an Hungarian international as well. And we've also seen him play for the Mounties quite regularly in the New South Wales Cup.
Just a reminder of the barbecue trail down in the ground.
And he's also represented the under-20s in Penrith. But we've come to know that name, David Farkas, for the Mounties in the New South Wales Rugby League competition, the New South Wales Cup, which is going strength to strength each week, and you can catch all the live exclusive action on the New South Wales Rugby League Facebook page each week on New South Wales Rugby League TV. But right now, this game, one-way traffic, 22-0 in favour of the defending premiers. No doubt the benchmark once more this year. It's got a big pack, haven't they? They take a lot of power. They take a lot of stopping. Can anybody match them? We'll find out on grand final day tomorrow. The MacArthur Bulls and Manly, they might have something to say about that. Winner of that clash at 3 o'clock will take on today's winner of this one. But so far, with just under 10 minutes remaining in the game, Eastern Suburbs, will they be defending their crown in 2022? So Corrin just about to put the ball into the scrum. They work away from the commentary side, finding big Scott Bowley. Beautiful part of the world where he's played a lot of his junior football, and that of course is down in Berry, one of the tourist destinations on the Central Coast. In an hour or so just south of Kiama. Here's Sharrock now. Takes play to the 40. So one into the field to the other. Good tackle there by Buttrose. He's back out there on the field. So they're back to 13 both of the sides after two men sent to the sin bin. Here's Arnold. Look to the kick in towards the backfield here. Will they run it? Now the ball's on the deck. Well, they were trying to fill everybody there, the Steelers. They were looking to throw it around. But it's a changeover on this occasion to the defending premiers. Tackle count will be restarted where our pitchers are taking you, which is 30 metres out from their own line, coming away in the second half from the northern end. Into the shoulders here of Peter Mortimer. Was Peter Mortimer, a Tuggeranong bushranger. Played for the Country Police, also from the Bungadore Tigers. West Belconnen has been around. The name Mortimer. Now we see the name Ashcroft down the touchline. Ashcroft, he's still going. Ashcroft, he'll get there. Oh, that's his second. Hayden Ashcroft. Well, if he was after 2, he certainly got it. And now, what are the odds of him getting a hat trick here in this semi-final? Hayden Ashcroft, what can't he do? Splitting them to ribbons. The ribbon splitter of the team. We have a look at the Police Bank Cup metres gained chart, and he's at the top of it. He's made more than 75 metres individually today. We might need another chart. Impressive game by an impressive individual. Member of the Public Order Riot Squad. There you go. From the Lower Blue Mountains Eagles. And he's represented the New South Wales, the Ron Massey Cup. Here's the kick now from Farkas. Just spraying this one a little bit to the left-hand side of the post. But when you're up by 26 points to nil in a semi-final, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it, at this stage of the clash? It's a riot, all right. Eastern Suburbs running all over the Steelers. 6 tries in this clash thus far, and we've still got 6.5 minutes remaining in the fixture. The winner goes to the grand final to take on the winner of the Bulls and Manly. So the Steelers, that haven't been down this end of the field very long, and unfortunately for the South Coast fans, it stops again on the 10-metre line. A little bit of a fumble coming off there, off the 20. Just having a look through the binoculars, and James Dine, he's not very happy, the number 99, just to the back of the scrum there. A face of frustration, but he's had a good carnival nonetheless. He'll be back in 2023. He's looking to line up one of these Eastern Suburbs players very shortly. There he is. They're just coming across in cover. Wasn't needed to be used because the big 22 in Welsh was over the top, taking the tackle on that occasion. Just over 4.5 minutes remaining here in Tamworth. Semi-final number 1, alive and well, living up to all expectation. Day 4, there's a lost ball here, yes. It wasn't stripped, just a little bit of, I guess, trying to do a little bit too much with the footy. When you're on, you're on. And on that occasion, he was just trying to get up and play the ball a little bit too quickly, and the ball has just fallen straight through. So we're just over 2.5 minutes remaining here in semi-final number 1. A plethora of tries. We've seen everything. We really hope you're enjoying this wherever you might be tuned into our live stream here from Scully Park here in Tamworth. Don't forget, if you're up in this part of the world in the next couple of weeks, the Country Music Festival is back. So make sure you put Tamworth on the map for your next destination of travel here in New South Wales. Isn't it just great to be able to travel outside your LGA these days? We haven't seen this much. Here we go, looking to travel outside his LGA's Faggerland, pretty much. He's trying to get outside his own end of the field. Now to Dine. Picked up and driven. Who was that? Couldn't be anybody else, could it? Nathan Clark has come up with an absolute rattler. Nathan Clark out there in the centre position has just picked him up and thumped him. He's Stipasuik now, trying to get away. He's wrapped up just short of the halfway, short of the in goal, I should say, as they try to take matters into their own hands here. This is Regan Welsh. So they'll be looking to keep them out here going into the grand final. Don't forget tomorrow, the women's and the men's grand final day. Sherrick dropped down just a couple of metres short of the halfway line. So that's James Dine. Reese Fagalan, he's been quiet. They've pretty much stopped his get-go for the entire match. He's been one of their best in these championships. Here's the last tackle. Back on the inside. And the ball on the ground. Just looking into the crowd at the moment. That cheer actually was from the MacArthur Bulls, the women's side. They're making their way into Scully Park. Their clash at 4:45 this afternoon against Bankstown. You're able to watch that live and exclusive right here on the Police Bank Cup live stream. So what have we got on the scoreboard? Just over a minute and a half remaining in this clash. It'll be the defending premiers, the first team into the grand final. Who will they take on, Manly or the MacArthur Bulls? Slipping over there is Charlie Buttrose. Found himself in the sin bin. In this clash is overall. 4 men in the tackle. From South Sydney Bulls' Rebel Price. The pressure is solid, but he was still able to put the kick downfield here. Now we might come back to there's a bit of aggression back here. It's Dane Corrin over the top, but the referee has just called a blind eye to that, as they're going to get the penalty anyway. The Eastern Suburbs. A little bit of friendly banter. Well, this has proven to be a fair bit of niggle between the Eastern Suburbs and the boys from the country. A lot up for grabs. It's pretty much like state of origin, isn't it? Within New South Wales, a lot of them work out of the same commands and work out of the same police stations. But they put their differences aside, don't they? When they come back, here's the shot goal, field goal from right in front. Looks okay. When you're on, you're on. They can't do anything wrong, the defending premiers. Another one goes over. And this time, Colin Farmillo. He says, well, there's only 2 seconds to go. I may as well go for a drop goal. And he puts it straight over the black dot. So that's full time, folks. Eastern Suburbs are through to the grand final. Too good for the Steelers. 27 points to nil. Our next clash, of course, will be the MacArthur Bulls and Manly. There you go. Congratulations. The Dean Smith Shield winners of 2022 Eastern Suburbs. Well done to everybody associated with Eastern Suburbs. A lot of power, and they'll take a lot of stopping in tomorrow's grand final. We look forward to that one tomorrow afternoon. We'll take a break and we'll be back. We're just heating up here. That was pretty much the appetizer here on day 4 of the championships. We'll be back for the MacArthur Bulls and Manly. We'll see you soon.